Welcome everybody to episode 17 of the Banter Box with me, Connor Quinn, and Angela Medium, and Gabriell Morrison, content creator, wedding content creator,
social media, wedding content creator.
That's it.
Yeah.
And mother and daughter duo.
Yeah.
Mother-daughter duo.
Yes. What's crack?
All good.
All good.
I'm
yes.
talking as if I haven't talked to this for the past 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
We've just talked for about 20 minutes. Like.
Might have pressed record 20 minutes ago.
Should have, and then I would have been on it.
With that, yeah. So we're just going to talk a wee bit today about obviously what you do and then what you do. You actually work together though, don't you?
All the time.
Every day. Yes. Yeah, it's torture. No, she's brilliant. No, she comes out. So when I do events, Gabrielle, she comes out and she videos everything for me. Her and my mummy, the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we travel everywhere, all over the UK, which is brilliant. So you have to have an amazing relationship with your daughter, which we do have. And then I have that with mummy as well. So yeah, she's great at her job.
We're lucky.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
really
I've
are.
actually sure remember I've done content for you. I've met you all.
Yeah.
Doing that.
I know.
It actually is class though. It actually is. And then you're always going around getting everybody the mix and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good to be family unit.
It
Like the way
is.
you have here.
I know.
I know.
It's my wee family unit here
Yeah.
going on. you know
And
what I mean?
in the background, you can't see it, but Connor has his mummy.
I know.
It's cleaner.
I'm trying to be really hip on this. Will you stop telling people my mummy's recording for me?
Your mummy, your cleaner's here.
I'm going to be single for life.
I nearly wanted to get her in with us.
One endeavour. But see, actually, what I'm thinking about, do you ever, because obviously I do content, and then do you ever get stressed out like trying to run about putting the content up?
It's like overwhelming sometimes, but I enjoy it. I'm so glad that I went self-employed. Like, as we say all the time, I'm like,
I know.
we have our wee days out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
being self-employed is the best thing ever.
It really is. I couldn't work for somebody.
No.
Oh, I would be a nightmare. I have to work for myself. I have done like for 20 years now, over 20 years. So best decision I ever made as well. I'm sure for you too.
It is, alright. And it's hard getting that though when you're self-employed, that like on and off time, isn't it? Because sometimes you feel like your job eats into your like free. Like this is my free time,
Yeah.
but I enjoy this.
Yeah.
But do you do all like the content, as in like, do you ever feel like from the show? Don't you? Mm-hmm. So does that ever like you're like, oh, I had it to do here because it's for your mummy? You have to.
Well, no, I don't do that. It's for mum.
No, I do all my own edits.
No way.
No, she just goes out
I
and
just
stands
go
and
record,
records.
and then I'm like,
And then
right, mummy, I
everything
can't
after
do that right now.
I know, so I have to put all the captions and edit and get everything organised. Yeah,
No
so
way.
I swear to God, I'm wearing about 15,000 hats.
That's what I mean, you can't do.
No, I swear to
I swear to God,
Yeah.
if she could, she'd be recording it herself.
No, honest to God, I have to do everything like in that way. But she's brilliant. She's still brilliant help.
Yeah.
Aye.
So she knows what to do and
I
the way
know.
they like the angles and things. So she's great.
But then
Yes.
it's your mummy. You can't ring in sick.
And never. Well.
Well, she does the odd time.
Well.
Will you be
No, not very often. But if she is unwell, like I'll just say it's no problem.
She's the
Still
one that
gets
says,
paid.
"Don't come to work," and then she still pays me.
I know.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah.
Better for you. You aren't anybody. Like. I work for you before anyway.
Exactly.
I think I work for everybody. Though. Like that, like photography person just everywhere.
And are you still doing all what you're doing outside this?
Yeah, so I haven't done like I haven't posted much. I feel like this takes up a lot of like the obviously editing the content, and then when I do the content for my clients, obviously that comes first. But I mean, like with the likes of uploading for myself onto my pages, I actually have Sharon does my wedding pages now because I was doing weddings and then giving them to the client and then being like going on to the next one and not actually posting any of it. But also you want to give it time. You don't want to like take somebody's wedding album you done 4 weeks ago and then just start putting their photos everywhere. So I like to let it like linger a wee bit.
Marinate.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like let their family see it. Their family don't have to go on my page to see it. So yeah, I'm still doing it all. It's tough though.
Aye,
It's getting tough at the minute. I'm like, right, this needs to.
Obviously, that's why your mummy helps you clean then.
Yeah. That's why I get it. That's why I get it. Right. Then clean well enough. I just seen a flag go past that there. She's on the day for Annie. I want to talk about content first.
Change subjects. What about the dead?
Some people did ask questions. Oh, she's scundered. My mummy gets very nervous going over. Look, she is.
You do realise I'm going to be picking on you the whole time of this now, don't you?
For God's sake. Loving it. Here, loving it. But yeah, obviously the content, I lost my train of thought there. Just,
I do. Oh, go ahead.
No, what were you
I do think that's the most overwhelming part. See, running around doing all your clans posts, and then I post for all my clans.
Yes.
But then see when it comes to posting on my own page, non-existent.
Aye.
Like my Gabrielle Crits page, I haven't posted on that in months because I'm so overwhelmed with posting for everyone
That's
else.
what, like, see, like I said to you before, I was like, are you still doing the wedding content creating? And then I'm like, I like, that's the way people look at me. They're like, do you still do wedding photos?
Do you even work? I'm like, flat out, girl.
I know, but it gets to the point though, you actually need somebody to do your own. Like, you have all the content there. It's just somebody managing it, because you do put your clients first. Like when it comes to things like this.
Yeah.
I was going to say to you there, so people are asking questions, and obviously people are asking about the dead, and I was like, that's not really a word we should say, so we should say spirits. You know what I mean? Because it sounds a bit like...
Well done, you.
That was a good one, yeah.
Maybe I won't. Here, get that fog out. That's only spirit I want to do.
Spirits are definitely flowing.
That's right.
This is an advertisement for Smirnoff Ice in 1960. What is that? Is it? No.
96, I don't know.
I thought it was
196.
So did I. Here, I just remembered. I need to put this in the start of the podcast. We have a sponsor this week. Yes. Sorry, everybody. We just got really into that there. So this week's podcast is sponsored by Belfast Aesthetic Hub, 2 clinical nurses, Tracy and Lauren Kelly. I was going to say mother and daughter duo. What's going on here? What is going on? So they do everything from... I'm really crap at this. I need to look at my notes. Everything from aesthetics, skin, produce, and everything you can think of. So yes, give them a message.
Everything you can think of.
I know, here mine is actually kicked in on the nerves. But yes, they're actually amazing. 2 medical nurses. So yeah, how about that?
So if you need your lip filler.
But you know what, I'd say it word anymore.
Oh,
Or if you need your...
You have to say anti-wrinkle.
Or if you need your anti-wrinkle
Oh, why?
treatments.
What's wrong with the word?
It's a brand.
Oh, a brand.
Wonder could I keep it? I'll just keep it in. No, I'll just keep it in, sure. We're going with it. That's going to start anyway. Or we'll just leave it here. But yes, actually check them out. I've got stuff done for them before. That's why I look 25 and I'm actually 30. Don't I?
That's why I'm actually 20.
I know,
I'm really 46.
But here you can't beat it. Everybody gets like...
They really do.
I know.
I know. I've been getting it now for the last few years. Do you know? And there's something called Sunucos, and you get it around your eyes. And it's full of like minerals, vitamins. I get it. It's brilliant. And then I get my Botox done. Have a wee touch of filler. I shouldn't be telling you everything. But just wee touch.
Do you want an RT?
This is your secrets.
She's spilling the beans. We haven't even given you a cocktail yet. She's spilling the beans.
No, I think just if you want to invest in yourself and feel really good, why not? It's as simple as that.
Definitely. And I do think, like, I've noticed, like, the past couple of years, like, I can notice, like, the crow's feet. So I'm like, yes, I want them treated. But I don't mind here for, like, a fella. Do you know what I mean? I like them parts. But that was getting out of control.
Yeah.
So I'm actually due to top up with the girls.
Oh, that's the only reason why you're advertising.
No, it's not.
Get your face frozen.
I actually went to them before. I even done the adverts on it. They were good. I mean.
So what's their names again?
Tracy and Lauren.
Where are they from?
They're from North Belfast.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Just to help them out.
Yeah. See, you know what I mean? That's a good segment there with that, you girls, you know what I mean? But yes, we'll get back into the podcast then. So where did it all start with you with the mediumship?
The mediumship, it actually run through my family.
Does it?
Yeah. So my granny, who is passed now, my mummy's mummy, and then so my mum would have the ability. Gabrielle has it. My granny had it. My mummy's sister used to see spirit people manifested, full manifestation of them at the end of the bed every night. So my mummy and her sister Christina, they used to go to the church and pray for the souls because they thought that's maybe why they kept showing themselves. And then Christina, she passed away in her sleep when she was 22. And just a few weeks before it, she kept saying to my mummy, Michael was her husband at that time, and she kept saying, I keep seeing Michael's granny, who was somebody that she was raised with, or he was raised with her. And she said to mummy, do you think that's a sign? And my mummy went, maybe she just needs prayers. But they've been doing this for years anyway. And then within a few weeks, Christina passed. And so when mummy always thinks back, she thinks, I wonder, is it something to do with maybe she was giving her a wee warning or just letting her know something's impeding here and she was around her. So the ability all has, it's generational in my family. So it comes down on my mummy's line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually because obviously people always like, oh, I'd be scared in this here. But I've seen your shows and like even any other sort of medium I've seen, it's not like a scary thing. Like, but I don't know what it feels like for you, obviously. But like when you're there on a show, it's like the most uplifting thing ever. Do you know what I mean? People are always like, oh, I'd be scared of this. What do you think at times it can be like scary, or is it just?
No, I think the shows that I do are a nice balance of good crack.
Definitely.
And then, because you have to remember when our loved ones pass over, see if they're really funny in life and they'll have stories to tell that side of life, they're not going to come through all with wee halos around their heads.
Yep.
I remember doing a link for a girl and her brother was unfortunately shot dead. And I know that sounds awful, and it was awful for the family, but you see the stories he was able to share. Like, he was a real character, and he was talking about running about the whole of Belfast with guns underneath his car and being stopped by the police and getting away with it, and then being a wee troublemaker back in his day. And so you're getting stories. It's not just the actual passing, and what they're trying to do is just prove that their character, their personality, that their memories live on. So I might only get like wee snippets of stories from certain, because obviously I'm maybe only going to work with a person in front of me for maybe 10, 15 minutes, even at the max, unless I'm doing a private reading. So, but no, there's emotion as well, don't get me wrong. Like, if I'm connecting to a mum and maybe she's lost, unfortunately, a wee daughter or a son or maybe a husband, whoever, people get overwhelmed emotionally. But I like to have a nice balance, because I don't want people to come and feel completely traumatized in that trauma. If anything, the shows or the events is meant to bring a wee bit of hope and faith back into their life, and leaving that night feeling a wee bit more lighter than maybe they walked in. And many people do. There was a wee lady I work with, it was in the Lansdowne Hotel, and I went to her direct, and her whole family was there, and her mum, her dad, the husband, her son, and her brother. There was 5 people from Spartside came through and chatted to her. And you see this woman at the very start of the evening, because I remember noticing her, and she just looks so sad. And you see by the end of the content, she was laughing, and she just knew she felt completely uplifted. And then I chatted to her at the end of the evening, and she just said to me, I feel so much better than what I walked in. And if you can have that kind of impact over a 2-hour period with people, then sure, the job's done.
Aye.
See, so it's not, what I'm trying to say is, it's not frightening.
Aye.
There's nothing frightening about the work I do. If it was, I am a big scaredy bat. So
people think it's like The Omen, like people watch so many scary films of seeing like
I
that.
don't like cars, and it's not like that. People just have these assumptions, or you're dealing with people's mindsets, and they're just coming in and they're sort of folding their arms and they're going, go on then, prove it. They're completely hardcore skeptics, and the amount of skeptics that have helped,
I've seen a couple
transformed,
and then they're sort of sitting thinking, good God, how did she even know that? But you have to remember, it's coming. I'm only like a channel, so it's coming forward through me to be passed on. So I never take the glory off it, because it's not. All I am is the messenger as such. So I just pass on the message and the guidance and whatever needs to be said, and then that's it.
Do you ever, how does your ability, have you taught, because you do teaching as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do teaching.
Mine kind of just came like natural, I suppose.
I think you have to be natural, but you can go and you can get you can go and have classes and workshops, and you can, techniques, how to improve it. So it's like, if you're seeing something in your mind, you have to understand it. So the classes that I teach and where I went to, it helps you to fully understand the experience of what you're going through. Because you have to remember, even if you don't believe in it, and I believe in it, but I am communicating with people that are meant to be dead. Like, it's just absolutely mind-blowing in its own way. I mean, these people are meant to be maybe in the ground or in a wee pot sitting in a house somewhere.
My mask got a fucking ringer.
And that's the truth of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, so me being able to help to bring that communication forward, of course I want a deeper understanding. So the classes are for that. But Gabrielle,
I think because I grew up about it, and I was doing readings from
I'm doing this from she was like 3.
Yeah.
And when I was 6, I was doing readings. When I was 7, I was doing
Actually?
readings.
No, honestly.
What do you mean? Spill the beans. What?
Like,
This is the first time he's been interested.
No, I have been interested, but I'm like, because that's the part you don't realize though, because you're that young.
Yeah.
You don't realize people like learn that young. So like, obviously then because your mummy.
So I think growing up around my mummy and just picking things up, but then being aware of like when I was playing out in the street, and then being aware of 2 baby sisters that or 2 babies that had passed that were
For your friend.
for my friend, and her mummy had had a miscarriage and no one knew, and why would a 7-year-old know?
But you told them, mummy.
But I told them, and like I brought through so much information, and they were kind of a bit like,
Serious?
why would a child know that?
Stay away from our freaky kid.
You're not allowed to play with Gabrielle anymore.
Stay away from our family.
And then Ganette and I remember all being all biz. All biz running in the mummy going, Mummy, I just told my friend and her wee sister 2 wee twins came through, blah, blah, blah.
What were you like at
then
that
Mummy
point? You're
went,
like, don't.
Gabrielle, you're not allowed to give readings. What are you doing? You can wait till you're older.
I know. You have to wait till you're older to be doing that yet.
This is actually blown my mind. Like, that's actually blown my mind though. That's class though.
Like a 7-year-old child say, I mean, it is, but it's just how she's been brought up, and it's just so natural for our family. And because my mummy works with us too, then and because my mummy, she does readings too, so it's like a full-on witchy family.
I don't do readings. Just,
I know.
everyone's
Gabrielle
always
doesn't
like,
do readings.
are you going to do readings? Are you going to do readings? When are you going to? No.
Yeah.
No.
But I'm the
Never
one that
say
has.
never.
I know one of my sisters. She used to sit and do tarot readings for years as well, and she still loves the tarot. But she's a beautician in North Belfast. But she's brilliant at tarot. I shouldn't really be advertising; they'll all be flocking to her. But yes,
We're not putting her name in.
yeah, Lisa Dunlop.
Lisa Dunlop.
Beauty secrets on the road.
I thought you meant for readings. Who's going to steal your business?
No, because she doesn't do
I'm digging a hole.
She doesn't do a setting, because that's for the other girls for the sponsors today.
I'm a bit slow.
No, but so what I'm trying, the whole family's involved and has been at some point, but it's me that's the one that is really sort of taking the journey and go, you know, go out there, and then I love to spread the word as such.
Yeah.
I sound like Jesus now. Spread the word, Holy Lord. Child, you're blessed.
So can you read each other?
No.
No, I think I've done maybe
We can, like, you can see things with me,
the odd time.
Yeah.
Not often.
but it wouldn't be like she wouldn't be able to sit and go, I've got your granny here.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
No, I've never done that. It's too, when it's
like a
close family
block.
and friends, people that you really love, I'd never give readings out. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Years ago, we used, when in the very early days, when I was only beginning, like we would try with my sisters and have we practice with it, but not as.
Is it because you know them too
went on.
personal as well?
And so you want it to be a real experience.
Yeah.
and evidential. with,
Yeah,
like,
where I love just reading strangers.
But here, have you ever caught her out on anything? Because you know.
Yeah, she tried to have a sneaky smoke when she was a teenager.
Did you know?
And she came in, and it was just the way she was getting on. Maybe it was just.
I think it was more just like a parent being a parent rather than.
I think so. More so than my intuition screaming, she's doing up to no good. And she ran out with her friend, and we lived in a wee apartment at the time. She was going down the steps, and I just opened the window, and they were about to light up.
And then my mum went back, Gabrielle,
Get you in
where's
here.
Belfast Mayor? Get up!
And I said, dear friend, I'm putting salt around you. Stay away.
You're like, I'm blessed.
Not like to play with her.
She can read your future, but you're not allowed to play with her. She's like, folks.
Exactly. Tell me at my chain.
That's actually about there.
But not like, I haven't really seen any, thank God, any big, massive, nothing really big with her. No.
Have you ever been scared though? Like of things? Have you ever like, oh no?
No, because
I would say everybody has
I'm always
secrets.
like my best friend. I think like we don't really have any secrets. Like I'll tell you
Everything.
everything.
And I'm the same.
Yeah.
She's thinking we caught out anyway.
I know, exactly. Mother will know.
If I can't read, I'll get one on mates too.
I'm nearly like, oh. I feel like you should put on an evil laughter.
We should have done this on Halloween. It's the day after Halloween now, buddy. That's what we do.
Exactly.
Does that actually happen for you though? Like,
What?
there's some people say they
What, an
call
evil
it.
laugh?
I know.
More or less.
Is Halloween not meant to be like the spirits night?
It's like the thinnest night of the veil or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be that, but I don't know. I don't really believe in it.
No.
All. Like, I just love the fireworks and
Dressing
The
up.
pumpkins and the sweets.
yeah, and the salt around the door.
I'm gonna start this. Stop it. Does that work? What is that?
No, I'm only joking.
She's just bringing us from Practical Magic or something.
I know. Do you ever watch Practical Magic? The film?
That's
No,
one of our
no,
favorite
it's one
witchy
of
films.
It doesn't matter. You need
I
to
know.
watch it.
What? Oh,
Aye.
just for snails, we doing
Just to kill them.
just the slugs. Aye. That's the only thing I've seen. But that's actually about it. So when like obviously you says you always know. So like, how do you like? What's the feel like? That's what I mean. Like, what's the feeling? Because
So-
obviously people assume that it's like, oh, everything has to be a ghost, but it's not. It's not always that, is it?
No, you feel them like I'm trying to get the right description. So it comes like a power, an energy, so it does, and then immediately in your mind you start just seeing images, and it comes with a feeling, and then you just know it's somebody from spirit side. But because I'm doing it over 2 decades and I'm so used to it, I'm like, there's such and such as daddy, or that's somebody's cousin, or whoever it might be that's trying to communicate.
Yeah.
I think the first time we met, I brought a wee something in for you.
Yeah, you did.
I don't remember the details, but I remember there was something.
I just generally asked her when we were doing a consultation though, and I was like, you don't have to prove anything to me. It was nothing like that. And I was like, I was like, so have you always known? Because she said, like, obviously she started in 20 years ago. And she's like, yeah. And then she just started like reading me, and I was like, whoa. And I didn't know.
Back off.
And then I didn't know. And then I was like, yeah. And then I got really nervous. And then
Sweating.
I had to text her, and I went home because I went home to mommy, and she was like, yes, I was your granddad's brother. And I was like, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that was the first time I met. But
I know.
it just came really like that. So it did, yeah.
I could tell because we were mid conversation, and she just the next sentence was, your granddad's here? And I was like, what? Tell him to get away. I don't want him near me. Why are you joking, mummy? Yeah, that's class. So before you done that, you're DJing.
Yes.
Yes.
Still do.
Still do, I know.
Still do a wee bit. Love
seen-
it.
Love DJing.
Yeah. Did you see a wee bit on TikTok?
TikTok, I did.
you?
Class, you
Good,
get
isn't
tax. Aye.
Aye. I upgraded all my equipment in the summer.
So is that what you were doing? I seen you said, were you saying, who did you DJ'd in the arena and all, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Class.
I DJ'd loads of places, Dublin, all different parts of Northern Ireland. The Arena, Met
Yeah.
Arena. For anybody that's my age, they'll know that was like such an establishment.
Yeah.
Did that a few times and had a residency down at Union Street.
Class.
Yeah, and there was a nightclub connected to that called Event Horizon, and then it went to Event.
Is that where it was? I didn't know
So
if Federation was there.
I was a
remember-
resident DJ in there.
Class.
And I did there for a couple of years, me and Christian Nairn. So that was really good. So yeah, no, I've been DJing for years and years. So I love it. I still really enjoy it, but it's more a hobby or an interest.
It's
but if there is clubs out there that do want me, like, you know, love DJ Miss Innocence.
I'll bring the salt as well.
Yes, if you want salt with a shaker. But no, I love them, and I love. Do you know what? See, even being honest, because the work that I do mentally, it can be. I'm not saying it's draining all the time. It isn't. It's like any job where sometimes
Aye.
you just get a bit tired.
Yeah.
And because I'm doing events in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and a few times a week, so for me, switching off, DJing is a nice wee release for it because it's creative.
Yeah.
And nobody's asking anything off me.
Yeah.
Nobody is not demanding. So for me, I just love just playing the music and almost getting it out of my system.
I think as well though, like you said, like even any job, any event, like if you're hosting an event, you have to have you have to be like 100% personality because you're like, do you know what I mean? And that's a big thing as well. So even if you were doing like hosting like 3 events even a week without the actual having to like the mediumship, I think that would be tiring. Never mind.
It is. No, I do maybe 2 or 3 shows a week. Yeah.
Mad.
I know, but it's good. I
Do
love
you get
it.
nervous?
All the time.
Oh my god,
Spill the
I am.
beans, right?
See, before the event, because the work that I do,
You don't
I
know.
don't know what I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So I get on stage and looking at these people in the audience, and I'm meant to know everything, all the details about their loved ones passed over, and that's what they're coming for, to hear that.
Yeah.
So there's a pressure that comes on. So that's the nervous part of, oh my god, am I going to be able to do this? Am I able to connect for them? And naturally, you know, I don't know about you, but I always want the best for people.
Yeah.
And so there's a wee bit of extra pressure with that. So for me, I have to learn to relax my mind, just be open, and then give the context. But the sport people have never let me down. So as soon as I stand on stage, immediately they just come, and then I'm able just to go to wherever directed to.
It's that's actually like class. But have you ever got times where it's like you're like, oh my god, like because everybody has off days? Is that still recording? You remember? That's right. I just seen her really dazed in your conversation. I was like, she's gonna fuck this up for me. She's gonna fuck this up for me. But yeah, like obviously everybody has off days. Like, have you ever had like off days like where you've been like? Because I would say, like, I'm doing this live podcast and I'm going to London the weekend before, and I was like, I don't even want to drink because I'll throw me off the whole week. Like, that will ruin my buzz. Do you ever get, or like even your energy? Do you ever get times like that? Like
energy, like my energy low?
Yeah, like where you're like, oh, like if you had like low energy, would like it affect like your abilities? Like, really, do you think that would you be like that?
It can do, but then it's up to me to try and get my energy a bit higher to get into the flow of it, because it has to be creative in what I'm doing, because mediumship is because you're seeing different images and feelings, and you're trying to understand what that is to pass on. So there's a creative energy and mental energy. So like on a day of a demonstration, I'll do very little. Yeah. I love my naps. I really love a wee nap in the afternoon. I swer to God. Don't know about your mummy there.
I don't sleep at night. I don't sleep at night. I'm like, because you're fucking napping flat out, and they're not even naps, so don't.
You see, that's the way I'm getting on, and I'm like, yeah, so I love a wee nap, so I'll have a wee nap in the afternoon, and then that just sort of powers me up a wee bit for that night for wherever I'm working. So I just try like to rest, maybe nice walk, eat well.
You can't even eat too much,
and I don't eat too much, so I'll have like extremely late lunch. Maybe like a salad or something, and that'll do me right till I finish, and then that's it. So I'm trying my best just to keep my power right, my energy for working for that night.
Like, there's times where I've been there, and obviously you would be able to scan all the tickets, and then you take yourself away, do you? Is that just the chill before? Just
to chill and start talking up above, setting up an SOS prayer.
You better help me.
Somebody get there in here fucking now.
That's exactly what she does.
No, it really is. I'm in there. Please go on. I will be good later.
That's actually these are so much things that you don't realise, though. Do you mean?
Yeah, no, you're in a room and you're just sort of pacing the floor and literally on and off the toilet, and that's the truth. That's why I'm so skinny. And then you're kind of just saying, oh, please give them a good night, and whoever wants to connect, and then I have to surrender it, and then just let go, and then get up and put a big smile on as I do, and then hope for the best for the people.
She's funny on it though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, there's times where I've been there and I'm like, she's actually a gig, like just laughing with people, and it's always like the skeptics.
Yeah, no, I love.
She loves picking.
You love waiting them up.
I really do. I know.
Not picking. That's a bad word.
No, I don't pick on people. Just like having a wee bit of like.
Slag.
Do you know why? Because if I say I went to a medium and I was a real hardcore skeptic and thought she's full of nonsense, and I was going to say full of balls, but and then they're just sitting in the audience, and they maybe being brought with their missus, and if I was a husband or something, which happens often, then. Of course, if I see that, then I want him to relax, because his energy is going to affect the evening as well. So if I can have a good interaction with my audience members, regardless of their belief system, then it helps people just to be a wee bit more at ease. So that's why I enjoyed having a wee bit of banter as well with the audience members.
I love it when she says, I'm like, you're skeptic, aren't you? I was like, see, I know, I'm psychic.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Proved the point there, didn't I? Take it out of that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, we didn't talk about this on this. We talked about it after, did we? About the social, you do all the content. You do all the content then for your own stuff.
Yes. You do the videoing. That's it.
But I do have your social media. Like, I was going on and on for ages. Mummy set up a TikTok. I'm not doing that. I have my Facebook, I have my Instagram. I was like, Mummy, set up a TikTok.
TikTok's the way forward, she said.
It is though.
And then she set it up, and now you're on nearly 80,000 followers.
Yeah, and that was just over a year ago.
How do you used to deal with the amount of fake accounts that you get? Like,
it's mental.
Somebody messages my mad, and I'm always like, Mummy, she is not messaging you, asking you to
message me?
The
message me?
Did I get back to you?
Yeah, he got back to me and says
fake account.
Yeah, it's a fake account. I mean, no, I know it is. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
He's conscious of it.
Yes.
And I text the fake account back. You're my friend. Never said that. Says, oh, sorry, somebody's trying to scam you then. Don't pay no money.
See?
They're crafty. Like, who is
really
it though?
are.
They really are.
Do you know what though? But people have sent me screenshots when they've got to the stage of like, sent me your bank details, and I'm not joking you, it's like men and women that are either in America or Africa or somewhere in other countries, and they're awesome. It's for dollars and things like
But
this. So
that's-
it's not
like-
even my name.
If they're just going for anybody with a high profile account, because that actually happened like on the live podcast I'm doing. So it's just for anybody out there. If people are selling tickets and you're buying a ticket off somebody, message me, because I can see this girl was saying she has 4 tickets and she can't raise and she can't go, and I went on her account and Steffi from America, and I was like, you don't even buy tickets.
They're just scammers.
Yeah,
Like.
Scammers
and there's
everywhere.
Michelle actually messaged them. They've done the same and says to them like, "Oh, we're thanks. Where'd you get your tickets from?" She said Ticketmaster. She says hardly it was Eventbrite. So they're saying they're buying tickets off Ticketmaster.
Oh
See,
my
so you
God.
have to be careful.
You do, and
Yeah.
she's the most gullible person ever. Like every didn't get her parcel, or she didn't
There
get her
was,
parcel.
there was actually a lady who fell for it, a young girl, and they must have been in at some mood, because they told her you need to go in and have a bath and cleanse yourself.
Yeah. do a water
No,
ritual.
Do a water ritual. So if you want to read it, this is what you got to do. So she paid them, and then she thought it was me, and so she got into the bath and told her boyfriend. Angela Dunlop said, "I have to do a water ritual, and you have to get in the bath with me." And he went, "All right, okay." So he got into the bath as well, and it was all this mad stuff. And then I don't even know. And then she got in touch with my actual page, and I went, that isn't even anything to do with me. I'm really sorry. I hope your boyfriend enjoys his bath. You know.
How big is the bath?
I don't even know the two of them sitting there. What am I doing?
Throw salt around them. Salt water.
So but so just if people are asking you to do weird stuff, like, it's nothing to do with me whatsoever. Do you know what I mean?
know.
So you have to be, just be cautionary. I think that's the thing.
Just try and so she every messaged her, and she literally said to me, "They're trying to send every schedule my parcel," and I went, "Let me see the email." And I went, "Oh my, does that even look like every fucking logo?" But yeah, we want to talk a wee bit more about your social media stuff. So how's that going? How's everything going? On
Great.
that?
Yeah, really, really good. I'm really busy.
Yeah.
I'm really fortunate to have work just real steady. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
but you work for multiple
businesses.
Yeah, a bit like you.
Yes, I think though there's so many different elements to the businesses now that you need like stuff like that. So you need like someone who's like either like social media management is a big thing. So like I give people like a wee bit of like, can you do my socials? I'm like, no, I'll create your content.
Yeah.
But you can get somebody a social media manager
Yeah.
and to create that. Even like the likes of weddings now, like the wedding content creating is a big thing. Like at
Yeah,
weddings,
it's
like
huge.
it's
I feel like I should push myself more in that, but see, because I'm so busy with other work, it's hard to just find the time.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Careful.
hard to find the time, isn't it though? It is hard to find the time though when you're like sort of doing so many different like.
To advertise yourself, it's like, because I'm so spread out everywhere else, it's like, whoa.
But I love when weddings. So the wedding industry is very like word of mouth is so like
Yeah.
good in it. Like that's what I like about mine. I don't actually have to advertise. Like it's all what I have to do with friends, and then do that friends, and then do that
Yes.
friends. And I think that's a big thing.
But I love to see the weddings I've done. Oh my God, I've loved it. It just feels so unreal to be part of someone's big day. It
I know.
really is.
it's class though. And then it's,
Do you do the like from the beginning to the end?
Aye.
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
one tomorrow. Like I'll be there all day and then finish first dances.
Oh, here, that's good.
Aye. But it is like I know what you mean. It's like see the likes of like these like when you're doing like content creating like. Because you're in a different place all the time, it doesn't feel like you're actually like at work. I suppose the events would feel like that for you, like most of the time.
Yeah.
You
that's
are all
it.
over the show with the events, aren't you?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I'm spreading my wings, you see, a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because people are, they want me to go to all different places.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go South Ireland mainly, and then
England,
Wales,
Glasgow.
Scotland, England. Yeah. So I just go where the
Glasgow
work is.
ones are.
They love it.
They love
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
Do you want a host, love? So people mightn't understand hear you because you're not on the mic, but when we just asked, do you understand the Scottish?
Yeah, no, I do understand them. And there's been one or two wee times where I don't even know if they can understand me, but you know, so I'm having to always learn just to slow
Oh
down.
my God! Do you hear like the spirit in like a Scottish accent? Then?
Here, lassie. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, somebody coming through.
It's like, I have your sperm here, but I can't fucking understand what you're saying. Imagine.
No, I've never actually, thank God, no, it doesn't even come that way. Because
be
it would be
gay.
coming to the wrong person. We can literally
I'm not
understand our
bilingual,
accent.
only just about English.
Imagine somebody came there speaking in Spanish. Like, oh, back off.
I'd be trying to repeat it, but no, there's no barrier of language in sports. So yeah, thank God. What are you laughing about?
Barrier.
There is no barrier.
There's no barrier.
You started developing an accent.
No, honestly, she's a wee witch. She's like me now.
It's just like,
No, she does this all the time.
Because half the time you're talking about if she could hear other languages, half the time she can't even speak English.
should I put up a video? I'm not the best at pronouncing words, and I put up a video. Didn't even fucking realise because I'm so like accustomed to my own voice. And someone was like, "You said football review?" Like, I'm looking for the Belfast top 10 football reviews, and then I done a whole like advert for my like productions page, and I was saying the difference between micro content and promo videos. Promo videos? Like, why would I say things
It sounds
fast?
like porn videos.
I know porn videos. We're making porn videos.
I need
these days.
some content creators for porn videos.
And I was even saying to somebody, do you ever get this? Like, you're like, what do you do for, I used to say, because I'm a videographer and a photographer, I used to say content creator, like, oh, what type of content? I'm like, Banter.
I know.
You have to be careful.
People were like, what
Don't
type
put that out there, just in case.
No, I'm not. They're on about, like, because people who do, like, OnlyFans, no one calls themselves a content creator, wouldn't they?
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? So people like,
That's me changing my Instagram bio.
I know.
Exactly.
No, I think
Not
that-
only fans.
I think they can tell when they see the pictures. I mean,
I will.
I also get all the weirdos of the day, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, you love it.
They're attracted to your aura.
he's going to tell me stuff about me now.
You actually need a bucket of salt. It sounds good.
I'm going to get in the box.
Take a cleanse bath.
We're hosting the second part of the podcast from the bath.
You need a
Or
water
big
ritual.
sure bath.
My bath's tiny.
You need a cleanse.
Does that happen though?
I don't know.
Is this a
Maybe
thing?
at christenings. That's all. Did you see that wee video though of a poor wee child? I don't know if you've seen it, and the wee baby was getting dipped
flung
in, but
in.
literally flung into the water. It must have been somewhere in Rome or Italy or something, where it's the only place we do that. Yeah, but
Do it a couple of times easy.
yeah, but I mean, it's not even just the wee water over. I mean, the whole child, God bless it, was being drowned and then lifted out.
I thought you were going to say the one Judy, the one in COVID when the priest was baptizing people with the water pistol. With a water pistol during COVID.
Oh my.
So he was standing back.
What the hell went on in COVID?
No, but
like?
that's actually something Belfast people would try.
I know. I think it was down south.
Probably
love it.
would.
They would not miss mass at all. So see, like, this is this just like me being like stupid, or is there like conflicting views with like Catholic, like being a Catholic religion, and
Do you see the way the silence just everything?
Like,
just
where are you
dropped
going
down?
with
I know.
Is there?
Atmosphere. Only joking.
in the sport world.
yeah, is there like
No,
conflict?
not at all.
No?
And do you know what I love? I work with all nationalities.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what background you're from, colour your skin.
I mean, just like
nothing.
religion, though. Like, does
But-
religion, like, is there conflicting views of like spirits, and then like,
people from different sides of community what
yeah,
they
or
believe
re-
in.
or religion,
No,
right?
I
No?
find, because my events are and have been for years, and what's lovely is both Catholic and Protestant people come to them.
Yeah.
So it's not just certain areas and then I'm in certain communities. If I am maybe in a local community, and if it's more of a Catholic community, it'd be mainly all Catholic. But no, people, whoever's coming through, it doesn't really matter
Yeah.
at all. And it doesn't matter even with the people who are coming to the events, they're still looking the connection.
Yeah.
It's still love, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But like,
Still
I mean,
loved ones.
what I sort of meant was like, it's like really like religious people today, because some people
Do they
don't-
still come through?
They,
Oh my
do,
God,
do they
yes,
believe? Do they
yes.
believe in
Love it.
spirit? Like spirit? Because some people be like,
Yeah.
they try to be like, oh, it's meant to be in hat, no, like that's
Yeah.
the idea.
No, I get the
Saints of the day.
yeah, like proper wee grannies who were dosing you in holy
Yeah.
water, and like I get those wee people, I get those types of varieties of individuals coming through all the time. I did one
Yeah.
up there recently,
Yeah.
didn't I, over in Derry, Londonderry. So did you
Yeah.
like that one?
I love that.
Maybe trend.
There's a peace wall up in this fucking apartment.
Exactly. But yes,
I didn't mean that, by the way. My word just came out wrong, and then I had to let you run with it. And I was like, "Oh shit, what have I done here?" I was starting to have a wee bit of rate there. I was sweating a wee bit.
no. I did one up there. There was a lady that her mum had passed. And the woman was a skeptic, and I went to her direct, and I just said to her, "I'm going to pretend your friend is the lady," and I just said to her, "Would you understand your wee mummy passed?" And she went, "Yeah." And I said, "You're a skeptic, aren't you?" She went, "I am." And I said, "Well, let me just work with you and see what we do." And her mummy was so holy. She was one of them wee women that went to mass every day and more or less drunk the holy water, and was really devout. And so it showed that woman, regardless of her belief system and regardless of the belief system of her mum that has passed over, that she still wanted to make a connection. And all her daughters were in the row sitting right beside her, so all her sisters of this woman. And the wee mummy, all she wanted to tell them all was, "I'm okay. I'm still here. I still love yous." And that's the main message of the work that I do.
Yep.
And it's not even that. Sometimes we want to offer a wee bit of guidance or support, not just love, to the people and let them know that they're safe. It's if somebody's going through health issues, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't, I never diagnose, but if they just need that wee bit of support, like, I'm with you through your health issues, or maybe if they're going through just not good mental places, and they're dealing with that aspect, or just massive changes going on, then they're able to help with that. The same way, if you're going through if you're ever going through wee issues, who are you going to ring? Your mummy.
Yeah.
My tumble dryer's not working.
Mummy, my heating isn't working. She was going to put my heating on the day, but I was like, don't, because it gets really warm in here when these lights are on. But see, I haven't had to put my heating on from before April, but I was like, God, Mummy, how do I work up?
But you know what I'm saying? So who are you going to ring? You're going to ring the people. And it's the same way. So your loved ones in spirit, they're always around you and trying to give you a wee bit of encouragement and support and a wee bit of guidance. So I like that, and I love bringing in, if I can, wee things that maybe that is really personal to them. So for example, in that night there was a lady I got up on stage, and I just said to her, because her mum, again, it was another mummy that came through for, and the lady was dealing with her own cancer issues, and the mum who had passed had died with cancer, and because her daughter was going through similar, then she was just wanting to reach out to say, "I'm with you through this." And then I said to her, "Would you understand you just got a new bed of recent?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I said, "But it's just the frame. You actually need a mattress." And she went, "Yeah." And I said, "It's because when you're in your room and you're praying to your mummy's listening, and she's just letting you see that she's with you around in that bedroom." So we small things can be a little bit more,
like, how would you know them type of things?
How would I know that?
I know.
Like, you just got a new, and it's not something I buy all the time. So we small things in the home, if something's going on in that way, I like to bring that in as well.
Do you ever get like any time like where you get the emotion, like, so like, do you ever get like overwhelmed, as in like, if somebody, obviously, like, it could be like a bit more, just say somebody coming there, but
like I did a few weeks ago, I was in Glasgow, and there was a mummy in the audience, and her son had passed, and he took his life, and he was only 15 or 16, and the whole audience was crying. I was crying, the mummy was crying, everybody was crying. It was beautiful reading that I did for her, but it was such a sad reading because of the sadness of what that mum was experiencing in the family. So, but for me as a medium, I have to do my best to try to contain my own emotion, because I have other contexts to be able to do after that. So if I'm an emotional wreck, then I might not be able to compose myself then to be able to deliver the next one for the next family. So, but sometimes I do get really like,
because do you feel their feeling, the real city?
Oh, completely.
So like, obviously, if somebody,
and sometimes it just comes so close, where that son really just wanted to reach out to his mum on that night and say, "Mummy, I am okay, and I'm still with you, and I'm sorry for all that I've put you through," as such, and her life will have always changed from that experience. And he was really just wanting to say that he is around her at the minute. And there was loads of other things that came through. In the same way, there was another lad that had worked in Liverpool not that long ago, and son came through for his mum, and he died through a shooting, and it was like a gang that sort of took his life. And that was really overwhelming, because they were at the beginning of the court case, and I had mentioned that, and he talked about the circumstances around that, and everybody was just like, wow. Even I was wow. So sometimes the content that's coming through, there's no way that I could know.
Yeah.
And then it just gives that wee bit of extra proof. So what I'm doing is doing my best to prove that your loved one is still with you.
Yeah.
You know, in them moments.
I've been there, like, obviously, like, I've been there, like, a good load of ones I done with you. There's, like, a couple that stuck out for me as well, and I was just like, I even got goosebumps. I think Arshona came with me one time. It was the one you've done down in...
Felt.
Yeah,
yes.
and Arshona came, and Arshona was like, oh my God.
There was one that night you came to help out in recording, and I think there was a son that came through for his mum who died through drowning. I think it was that one, wasn't it?
And there was somebody, there was a load of people, there was somebody else, like, and a friend or a cousin came through to a girl he died like way years ago, and did he shoot or something?
Yeah.
He shot himself in a barn.
And there was something about like a sexuality, and they were just looked at each other and was like it was never mentioned, and you were able to pick that, and they were just like baffled. I was like, that is mental. Like I was like, even I got goosebumps. And the one that sticks out for me as well. Remember the one in the castle, and the girls came in late, and then you just went, hold on a minute, can I?
Got her up on stage.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, you heard that night?
Yeah, and the two girls, remember?
Yes,
like somebody just followed you in. I was like,
yeah.
it's just mad.
I know.
I want to be with the gimbal.
I
know.
I hadn't even started, and they came in late, and then I could see it was her boyfriend behind her, and I knew that he had died through drugs or drink. It was like addiction problems, and then sure he just came through and gave her a lovely message. So they hadn't even scanned in their ticket, like they literally just come in, and then they probably left after that. To be fair, you know, that was their day. That was it. That's all they came for. But no, I think it's wee small things like that.
Yeah.
That there's no way, and I do it all the time. Where if I'm just looking at somebody, I'm like, now I'm not just sure what I'm experiencing. So is this your sister?
No, it's just Nadine's friend.
Nadine's
sister, sorry. Nadine's my friend, and that's her sister.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, because all night, like, I've been feeling wee things.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
They're going to let you put the salt away for this one. What do you feel?
Get the salt away.
What do you feel?
I'll tell you in a minute. I'm just building this upset.
This is how you know she's kicking in. You do a glass of water there, and she's like, right.
This is exactly what happens. No, I genuinely feel there's a wee connection I feel like even from the start of Granda that wants to connect in for what's your name? Michelle. For you Michelle. And I know obviously then this would be your Granda then as well. It's a wee bit personal, so even if Connor does, so are you okay if I share just I know you're shitting yourself now, alright. But I feel like the Granda, I don't feel like you would have known him too well, so it's not that he's a close grandfather where you knew him like too much growing up. So does that relate? Yeah. Alright, because he's
she wasn't alive when he was
He died before I was born.
well, then it would make sense, all right. So, because he's that, but all he wants to say to you, regardless of not having that bond, he's still around you, and he's trying to help you with your sort of mental well-being. If I'm just being brutally honest, and he knows you've had wee struggles in that way of just trying to, I don't know, just feel comfortable in you as a person and about what you want to do with your life and the direction that you're going through and different friendships that you've had changed of recent. And so do you relate to all that? Yeah. I love the wee high-pitched but as long as you get it, and I feel like that's all he wants to say is he's giving you a wee bit of strength from spirit just to keep you going, because I feel it's been maybe in your own way inwardly, you've maybe just been a little bit maybe not sharing, and there needs to be a wee bit more vulnerability of opening up and telling people that you love, you know, that you're at times struggling like we all do, and not to try to hold it all in, and you know, and that's what I'm trying to say. So what do you think?
She's jealous.
She's jealous.
She's jealous because she didn't get a reading.
Grandpa's best friend or something.
Oh, were you? Well, it's come through for your sister. So no, but not necessarily.
No, I met you before years ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, can't remember.
It was spot on.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you told me I was going to go back to school and all, and I was like, get the fuck. Like, I went back to uni and all different things. It was all different things. And you said I had a gift as well. We'll get into it later in life. But I don't feel that. But all the other stuff, it was like,
It all came true.
And all at the time.
Yeah.
Right, it all came true.
Interesting, but the message is for your sister.
Yeah.
And have you been dealing with a few wee things going on internally? All right, so it's the wee message for you. Your message just fell from your granda. I know you're pure jealous still, but the message there. Well, do you want to sit in this seat then? Oh, I thought you meant to see him like.
No, Nadine
No,
just
she
says.
met him.
Oh, right.
Nadine, for anybody listening, Nadine just says, "Well, I seen him in person." That's mad. That's crazy though. Like it's mad how you just feel that though. I mean, I have someone would say to me, "Can you feel anything?" I'm like, my ADHD brain would start going always from like, no, to me, I wouldn't be able to. That's class.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same stuff though? Sometimes.
See, when my mummy's on stage or
Yeah.
when I'm scanning tickets, I'll just feel their loved ones with them. Or I've came to a few of my mummy's classes and I've got up and done readings like a mini dem with her class.
But she would say to me on the way maybe home, we're driving on the way home from an event, and Gabrielle will say, I knew that you were going to connect to that daddy, or I feel like his name was such and such, or she'll say wee things, and then I'll encourage her and say, well, come on, do some classes and give it a go.
But even on their way in, I feel like turning around and going blah, but then I'm like, I couldn't imagine turning around and going, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know, I'm not in here. I'm actually spirit.
No, leave that to my mum.
I know. Have you ever had that? Like, is anything ever come through like for your mates and just like I've been like,
yeah,
like
a lot of stuff was coming through for me. Like my dreams would be very apparent. I've caught a few things in my dreams with partners where I've had like full on dreams of play by play exactly what happened in real life, and then question them about it, and actually dreamt of who the like wee girls were in the dreams.
Psychic dreams.
Pure psychic dreams. Had no idea if because they deny. Then I just rang the wee girl on Instagram and I just said hello, so blah, blah, blah. And she went, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then I went and said, but sure, I thought that didn't happen. And he go, how would you know it? How would you know it? And like, because I had the dream. Because you can't lie to me.
So how can
Lie to me, bitch.
Scoop.
I know exactly what happened in my dream, and then I ring the wee girl and there we go. And it's confirmed.
So like, how much are your dreams connected? Like, does that happen to everybody, or is that like just you have to have the gift for your dreams to be connected?
Yeah, I think you would have to have the gift.
Yeah.
Everyone has intuition, and
Yeah.
everyone can have an intuition dream, especially girls. Like, I think we're very connected to our intuition.
I had dreams too. There was one, I had something very similar many years ago with a previous partner, and my granny came in the dream and told me, she kind of woke me up and said, go to their apartment now, they're with the person. And I woke up like a demon on the drive over. All right. And I had a wee feeling that maybe we're already doing the dirt on me. So like this was trying to find him in the act as such. Got to the apartment, stormed up and listened at the door and could hear all the voices. Not the spirit voices, now the voices.
I can hear voices.
I can hear voices. I can hear the voices of that partner at that time and the other person. And then I rang and said, I know you're in there with them and all this. And it all turned out to be true. But it was my granny that woke me up and said, if you go over now and you'll catch them. Yeah. And then, so that was the end of that relationship. So
That's mad. I remember actually going and recording one of your classes. And then there was a girl on TikTok. I think she done one of your classes before. Lee, is it Lee?
yeah.
Lee, and she was doing them and like doing like a reading for somebody, and then I was like, but then I wrote in the comments like, but that's how you feel, like, because and then I was like saying like what I heard from your class, like, you've got the gift. I went, no, I just recorded on. I just recorded. I was very good at listening. I was like, because was it the thing that you said before in one of the classes? I'll edit this out in case I give it away. Like, but like if you see like, I remember you saying like, or like teaching them like if you see like Baby Johnson's like lotion bottle or something like
That's
that,
right.
it can represent like a name, or you have to go where you're feeling
100%.
feeling if it's like
Yes.
oh, I'm getting the name, oh no, actually I'm getting like a baby from it, like, and I
Yeah.
remember that sticking. She was like, you got the gift. I was like, nope, it's just really listen.
Funny enough, my name is Johnson.
It's Johnson.
Exactly.
But that is true, isn't it? So like
Yeah.
you get the feeling, and then
Yes.
you can see a symbol, and then that can work like up.
See a symbol. So say the way I describe it to you is, so because this is easy. If I ask people out there to imagine like a big apple tree, and it has big rosy red apples on it, and you can see all the leaves and the whole tree itself, and you can start to get that image. But then you have to feel what that tree symbolizes to the spur person. So it could be, oh, I know that there was, you and your granny used to bake apple cakes together, or your granddad used to have an orchard out the back, or you used to go out and pick all the apples, or it might mean you know, he used to make cider, or it can mean various things, but it's based on the actual feelings that comes with it. And that's the next bit then you have to understand. So it's exactly the same thing. It's like trying to piece a jigsaw together.
No, I haven't got the gift. I've got the gift of the gab.
We all have our gifts.
You know what I mean? I've got the gift of the gab. I listen to what you say and I'm going to make it in the mail.
Exactly. I'm going to teach classes.
Know what I see? I see Michelle give me an order drink. So we had a wee break there and go to the toilet and I got a cocktail, but 14%, so watch this go downhill really quick. So we've sort of touched on that. Does medium sorry, then yourself.
Watch you go transport downhill real quick.
Yeah, really?
She has social media.
I don't even have a Does being a medium get exhausting?
Well, I kind of answered that earlier, didn't I? Like I said, it can be. Yes, no, I'm not. See, if I have a really good night, it's probably like you. If you go to an event, or you're sort of shooting for a wedding or something, I'm sure there's nights you go and it's like, wow, that was amazing, and you come out you're buzzing. And then there's other ones you're like, wow, you know. And I'm not saying that I have that kind of attitude going in, but sometimes it can be hard work. 100%. And then I'm coming out of the event and I'm beating myself up. And Gabrielle will know this, and I'm like, oh, I could have done that better, I should have done this, or you know. So mentally it can be exhausting, but it's me that's exhausting myself.
But that's the same in every job though, because there's times where I've like go like on the shoot, being like, this is going to be amazing, and then like, not that it's been crap, but like maybe like the models haven't like turned up, or maybe like a shot hasn't went exactly where I want it because the environment isn't the same to me, and like that, and then I've come out and be like, oh yeah, like
it's the environment as well. Sometimes I did a few years ago, I wanted to break into Liverpool, and so I was looking for venues to rent out, and I found this space, and I didn't realise that it was a nightclub. I landed to the space, and obviously I hadn't been to it before, and when I got there, they had the music pumping, they had one of those disco balls, everything, they had the place all dark and down, and I walked in and I went, and the seat and everything was just, here's me, the energy in here is just not right for my job. So I had to get them to change it, and they were all annoyed, but did it anyway. But I only done there once, but it was a break-in, but it's the same thing. It was the atmosphere. So I have to look for places that are good in the same way.
Do people like stick out? Like, so say like if you're looking at somebody, do you just be like, I'm really like, as in like, I don't want to say it's drawn, but I imagine to be like a halo, just of like them. You know what I mean?
There they are.
No.
Does somebody just stick out from the crowd like that?
It does. So if I look around and I just feel like a pool almost. That's the way, it's like a pool. If you're maybe out and about and you just think, God, they look really fun to have a chat with, say you want to meet somebody, you probably just have an attraction to them, or like I want to have a chat. It's the same sort of thing. You
know what I was thinking of? Like, I done my first like public speaking the other day, and like a secondary school. What secondary school did you go to?
St. Genevieve.
St. Genevieve. I was in, I don't know, I want to say the school name actually, because it's cancel culture and people know these things. So yeah, I don't talk at a school. It wasn't that school. But my PT actually says, like, when you're doing a talk, just like pick somebody. It's like somebody will just stick out and just like I'm like, maybe was I drawn to that person? Do you know what I mean? So I just picked somebody out of the crowd who was like nodding. I just kept looking at them like as if like I could talk to them rather than talk to the full room. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was wondering, was it a bit like that? Because I know like people do stuff like that. Like,
no, because what I'm doing is picking people out to give them a spur contact. So I have to take in the whole room, and then it's almost as if somebody just.
It's like energy.
Yeah, like I just have a feeling of I need to work with them.
Yeah.
And then I can feel the spur person around them, and then I just give them whatever it is that I'm experiencing. And even if it's not, maybe, so obviously there might be rows of individuals, so even if it's not that person, say it was Gabrielle, it could be the one who's next to them or just behind them, so it would be just in the area of where they're sitting as well. But normally I'm okay with direction.
Have you ever had the urge to be like, no, I definitely need to tell somebody at this something?
Yeah, like my mummy would highly advise against this, but when I was when I've been like out drinking with a friend, or like out with my friends and just drinking like in Ollie's, and there was this man there, and I just felt like, I need to talk to him. I need to tell him. And
Yeah.
and he was like an older man. He was actually a chauffeur. He wasn't even drinking. He was there driving someone. And I went up to him and I was like, your mummy, Margaret, I think her name was, coming through and just telling me this and that. And he pulled up his sleeve and full goosebumps. He was like, my mummy was Margaret. And there was loads of other stuff I told him. And he was like, I can't believe you've just said. He was like freaked out.
That's like me in the smoking area in the night. I need to fucking tell you something.
But it's just been times
Don't go back with your ex.
in the girls' bathroom. What is it? You need a lip liner. Here you go.
I heard you made there. But that's actually mad though. Like, and I think, I don't know about usings, but there's something about like when you think fellas like understand it, because you think like I think a lot more like women believe it straight away, and I think a lot of fellas
Yes.
are
I agree.
skeptics.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Because I even like when the likes of me like talking about like doing working on people, like I don't believe them. I'm like I think every fella just says that. Do you know what I mean? And I just seen the comfort of like people give for him, and I like 100%.
But I think fellas are beginning to be a lot more open than women.
Yes,
Even
there's
you see
loads of more fellas coming.
yeah,
to
loads of men, loads of
events,
yeah,
even by
and they're just coming on
themselves.
their own.
Yeah.
Some of them are just I don't know whether to look at me or you never know. But yes, no, there's definitely they're coming in groups. Go to your woman Angela and see if you can get a wee message.
There was one I seen he's put on. Well, you've recorded it.
She had it put on.
Was it the fella, and he was at the back of somewhere, and he
That was in
he was really
Newry.
was he by
Newry.
himself?
Yes,
or?
that was in Newry.
He lost his
I
wee
remembered
wife.
that.
Yes,
that's
that
right.
was that. I remember. I was sitting in bed. There was he like I'm like.
Yeah, I think he was the first link of that night.
He really was.
Because he came in by
He was-
himself and
like a
him.
Navy top or something he was wearing,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Yeah.
any time a man came in by himself, me and Granny were like, I wonder what he's
what's
here
he-
for.
I know.
And then I noticed them, and I was just taken in the audience. Now they didn't say to me because I was in the other room, sort of getting ready. And then when I came into the event, and I just noticed him to say to me, and I just seen him sitting on his own. So I got to the top, and then I did my wee introduction, and I looked down at the very back, and I just said to him, "Are you all right, sir? Are you a wee bit of a skeptic?" No, just having a wee bit of interaction in the same way I was showing you earlier of just trying to, keep people relaxed. And as soon as I went to him, then that's when I started to feel all the and it was his lovely wife, and that's who he really wanted.
Yeah.
And it was so touching.
I
It
really
it should
needed it.
she'd only just passed, but I think he was having a wee bit of bother with the family and stuff, and she kind of talked about that a wee bit, and
That was class though.
yeah, so it was a good one. Yeah,
So-
but no, you're changing people's perceptions.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Definitely. So just to let you know as well, sometimes I'm just feeling a wee bit, and I go and have a wee cry at the post. I'm like,
If you, need,
"Oh, love."
if you need a wee cry, just go on to the page.
I know. Like, but a happy cry. I don't
Who
cry.
needs the notebook
I don't.
these days?
I know. I don't cry in silence. Cry because I'm a happy moments.
God bless him.
I know. Like that's the only time I will cry though. Like, like the only time, like when I'm happy for somebody.
That's when you'll cry.
No, well, I've cried a couple of times. Like. But there was
Hold on a wee minute, your mum is in the corner. When else has he cried?
She's only seen me cry once. She cried more because I was crying.
Aww.
She's crying her eyes out. I know. But no, like there was the pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
That makes me cry because I'm so happy for him at the
Yes.
end. I'm like, I'm so fucking happy
Yeah.
for you.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I cry. When
Wee
people get-
films.
Do you know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah.
So our next question is: have you ever been caught out lying? We already started to touch on that. I mean, actually, there were actually a lot like what we touched on. Do you have the reading abilities? 'Cause I didn't know that you did.
Yeah.
Until the
No,
day.
it's not something I'm very
I know.
open
But
about.
but
well,
she
not
wouldn't
open,
want
not very talkative.
It's not that. It's because her job is completely separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to do anything of what I do, so and she doesn't want to be tortured by anybody either. But she can definitely do it. I
Yeah.
think if Gabrielle was to do it regularly, she'd be far better than me.
Yeah.
That's the truth. No, she really
But
would.
look at her. She's
I know,
like,
I'm actually
no, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just watch this space.
I know.
Prediction for the future.
This is started. You should read her.
This is recorded on.
You can look back this and years to come, but I
I
guess
know.
my first one.
My mummy was right.
I know. This is a good one though. We did sort of touch on it. We've touched on a lot of these though. Has Angela ever had bad experience with spirits?
No.
Never.
No, never, ever. No, I've never. Do you know why? Because it's our loved ones.
Yeah.
So why am I going to connect to something where I feel afraid or, uncomfortable? And because I'm so used to it, and I know that the power of it is goodness and positive, and it's there to uplift. So I've never, thank God, and I don't look for anything scary either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It maybe be
I'm
different
not
if you
running
were-
about.
Can that happen though?
You know the way people go into these assumed haunted houses or buildings?
Or a Ouija board.
I have no interest in that. And the reality is, you have to remember, it's all about their perception. If somebody said that house is haunted, they're going with that thought immediately.
Yeah.
And yes, there might be certain energy of what they feel, but and I've only I don't go out to people's homes and investigate. That's not my interest. But years ago, I went out once because a girl was really convinced there was somebody in her house and said, "Please, Angela, come out." And I went, "Do you know what? I'll go out and see what I feel." And when I walked in, I came into the front door. And I just said, "Listen, can we go into this room?" And she went, yes, go. And I walked in and I said, and it was her daughter's room. And I said, "Is there happenings around the cupboard space?" And she went, "Yes, my daughter keeps saying she hears noises." And so I tuned in, and it turned out to be the girl's home who I went to. It was her partner's brother who was linking in, and he had died through a fire. So it was all very serious and not easy. And he was just trying to let the family know that he's okay. And because the daughter was young, he was trying to like get the connection for the daughter to pass on for her daddy. And that was it. So it wasn't that it was anybody.
It was sinister.
Yeah. It was a loved one just trying to reach out to say. So we'll have to also be careful, because it does happen where individuals sometimes will think it might be I need a priest or a minister or somebody to come out and bless my home. If you feel comfortable doing that, wonderful. If you want to pray to the angels, do that too. But normally I find it is mainly the people who belong to you that they're just trying to reach out. But we don't always have an open understanding to it.
Yeah. That I've heard that happen with a lot of people though, when they've gone any sort of mediumship, and they've heard it's flickering of lights and stuff like that. So, and it's loved ones trying to. It's not a poltergeist. It's like
exactly. It's just them ones saying, "I'm around. Hello, I'm trying to get your attention," or maybe a picture will fall off the wall. Yeah. Something really out there. Because the reality is, if you're in deep grief and you can't feel your loved ones because of the sadness that maybe you're experiencing, then they're going to try and reach out maybe something else to really get your attention. And it might be something in them ways where maybe, like years ago, I remember I just finished I had a shop called House of Healing for 10 years. And I used to do wee small demonstrations of only 16 in it. And I just finished one of my evenings, came down the stairs. It was 3 flight stairs, and the bathroom was in the middle floor. And me and this guy were having a little chat at the end, and everybody else left the building, and his mum had passed, and she came through that night. So we were just talking about the link. And all of a sudden I heard this big smash and crash from up my stairs. And I looked at him like, "Oh," and he looked at me like, "Oh," and then I said, "Hold on." So I run up the stairs. The actual light bulb, including the metal bit you twist up and in, the whole thing had come out. And then I came downstairs and I said to him, "That light bulb jumped out of the socket." And he started laughing, and he said, "No, what happens all the time in my house?" And I said,
"It's time for you to go.
Yeah, it's time for you. There's a bucket of
Get the
salt."
salt."
So I was only freaked out because my sensitivity was so high, and and then this big loud thing. So I mean, but other than that, no, I've never really had. Thank God, no. And if I did, I wouldn't be in the job. Put it that way. Yeah.
That would probably be, I think that's what people think that's always going to be like, if people hear like, "Oh, I wish I didn't have the gift," because I
know. And see, to be honest, people walk about and they think I'm walking about like it's tuned in all the time.
Not actually walking through the town not seeing anybody but ghosts.
I know, like we'd be Goldberg, ghosts or something. Come on, Sam. It's a coin. They think this is what I'm all about. Or if I go into events and I laugh about this because
always she's looking at me.
She's looking at
oh
me.
My God, she can read my mind.
I know, this is what they think, and it's not even true until I'm in work mode. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's like any job, when you're in work mode, you're in work mode. But see, outside of that, I'm normal. You know? Yeah. Well, as normal as it can.
This job you do has a lot of propaganda in the media, so people do have this perception of it being really spooky and scary.
Yeah,
but
and it's not even.
It's not.
And do you think though, like you said, there is people out there who like playing it and like aren't, is what gives everybody like who has the gift like a bad like impression, or like
there can't creates... I think I mean it's like every job, like let's be real, you can have a bad builder and he might be saying he's a builder but he could do a botched job. It's the same thing, you can have people that are decent at it and people that maybe have got a wee tiny bit of training, and they haven't really developed it properly as such. So they're out there, and so I think you have to be careful. But I think word of mouth is powerful. So if somebody's decent, then they're going to promote you through word of mouth and say, go along to her, or he's brilliant, or because they've had their own experience, and then they know that it's true. So you just have to be aware. That's all.
Word of mouth definitely is. I think when people experience it though, and like changing all them I can't say it. Skeptics' opinions is what is the biggest thing though.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you do that there, that's one of the best jobs, because people are like, oh fuck, I don't believe it, but now I do. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the best. That's the best marketing tool you can get.
I know, it really is. And then they're telling their friends.
Yeah.
That's probably why there's loads of men coming along.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what's our other questions? Are you ever afraid of doing readings? It's sort of a thing, and that's from Fiona on TikTok. She says, don't forget to shoot me out. What is it called?
Fiona.
I know. And then you actually touched on that. Do spirits follow you around? Do they follow you around?
No, never. No.
Can you switch it off?
Yeah. For me, I just stay grounded. Yeah. So I don't even, it's because I open up almost like it start to tune in, and then that's when I start to feel maybe the impressions. But other than that, then I can just sort of close it down a bit.
Do you find like you can switch it off? Obviously, like, because you feel like you can switch it off as well.
Yeah, I find like I have to switch it on if it's something I want to do, but other than that, it's like
I just switch it off
I'm
always.
just rolling with it.
Except when she's in Ollie's.
Except when I'm in Ollie's, all the spirits and the spirits.
He's got somebody in the headlock and smoking her. Give me a later and I'll tell you about your granny.
Here,
me a
you're my
shot.
best mate.
Or just try to shop, tell me more tonight. Sorry, I'm going a bit slow reading the questions. When did you realise, so we did talk about that a bit at the start, did you know, cause obviously you've heard about your 6-year-old
Yes.
readings, but did you always know then?
No, I didn't. It didn't happen until I was 24. Everything began for me. So it's all in the book, by the way. Just the wee.
No,
just the thought of it. Just
no,
the one
that's what we're ending on. We're ending on the book, but we'll get
we're
do it
heading
now.
that way.
We can do the book.
But
now.
yes, so I wrote a book called The Miracle of Mediumship, and I put a wee bit in the beginnings of my story of how I got involved in mediumship. So if anybody's interested in purchasing it, but the way it began for me was I was in, I don't know, you're probably too young for this, your mummy might remember, but there used to be Ann Summer parties, the Ann Summers, the shops. And
she hosted them.
she looks like she did actually.
Little Miss Innocent, look, we're sitting there. She's sitting there like a P5.
So we were at an Ann Summers party years, I mean you're going back a few decades before they opened their shops, and we're all sitting there with all the gadgets and kinky underwear.
If you want to call them up.
And for some reason the conversation turned to sport, and a friend of ours at that time had lost her daddy, and they were going over to this church called the Belfast Spiritualist Church, and so she started to tell me about this, and I remember thinking, what is that? Or, God, that sounds interesting. God, I wouldn't mind giving that a try, or I want to go over. So we arranged to go over that Sunday, and then as soon as I stepped into the place, I thought, this is amazing. Yeah. So these mediums are up on a rostrum, and they're giving, and it's a proper Sunday service like a church, and they're giving contacts out from a it's like a podium to the people in the congregation. And I just couldn't get my head around it. And so that attraction was there from the word go. And then they started to announce that there was classes on a Monday, and something within me just thought, I need to go to them classes. But at the time I was doing loads of DJing, and I had absolutely no interest in anything to do with mediumship. I just was wanting to go to the classes, but I didn't think I was going to develop a career in it. And then that's when things really started to take off. So that's how I began my journey.
That's class though.
And the reality is, I come from a generation of it, so there was going to be one of us we're going to eventually do something with it as a career.
It is class though, the way it all sort of works like that, and you just can all bounce off each other, do you know what I mean? But so we don't come from that. We don't come from
you
that
just
at
come
all.
from the Ann Summers generation.
And press that fucking record button. That's all we have. Oh, is there? Well, we're going to need that anyway. So a couple, a load of questions we had, about you being really close. You've always been so close.
Always.
Always.
Look at you, we're like fucking twins. Yeah.
Yes.
This is what we do. Yes. No, because she's my only one.
Yes.
You know,
I
so.
know. And it was only me and you.
Always, you know, so me and her dad split up when Gabrielle was three or four. And then that was it. And I was a single parent and many years and didn't have a partner for a long time. So I just wanted to have a big influence and really show her what you can do with your life if you put your mind to something.
You're very similar though, like.
I think so too.
You saw.
Yeah.
That's works. Sometimes people clash.
No, I know.
No.
Too similar.
We're wee 20s.
You saw her. No, you're like in sync and all.
We were in Zara yesterday.
She's a witch.
I know. But Gabrielle had just bought this big, gorgeous, long fur coat for the winter, and she had it on her yesterday. And we walked into Zara, and I seen one, and
But any time we go into Zara,
we just go like this.
She go and I go
went
and
over this direction, seen this beautiful fur coat. It was a wee bit similar to hers, and I looked around to see if she was there, and she wasn't. And
I seen her.
She seen
I
me.
watched her do
So
it.
she came right over and went, "No, you're not allowed that because I have one on." And as soon as I put it on, I went, "It's mine." So we're going to book Paris for the end of
Remember her
November.
birthday?
So we're going to be walking around Paris, twinning our fur coats.
And then I picked up a cardigan and she bought the same one as well.
This is what happens.
So we'll be really twinning.
She actually wanted to wear the same cardigan.
I know. I was like, why don't we both wear the same cardigan? I'll be a gig.
So you actually did do the same with her then?
And then I just went, no, too much.
No, too much. We'll clash on the sofa.
Exactly.
We'll have our questions. So, any moments of blowing you away, like we've sort of touched on that. Can you hear from relatives? Do you ever meet people as a medium and know they're a bad person?
Yeah, you get a good feel, don't you? But I
Yeah.
think everybody has
everyone
that.
does,
I don't think
yeah.
that's just you have to be a medium. Like I think if because you're sensing people and their aura and their intentions, but you're energetically feeling that.
Would you get anybody then from like, but tell like, would you get anybody tell you that they're a bad person?
See
you know what I mean?
people, and then they try and be like act like they're a good person. I can always see through it. You can just see through it. But then I remember the one time about the bad person. We don't know if he is a bad person or not.
I don't know.
We were in a
It's called the bad
taxi.
person.
We were in a taxi. Do you know the taxi in where were we? Scotland.
Oh yeah.
And I got in the taxi and I went, oh my god, like this man feels like something you'd watch a Netflix documentary about.
And we get out of the taxi and
I
said,
went to her, I think that man would actually like murder people.
I know. And then
And
said,
we went, I was thinking the exact same thing. And Granny went, shut up, don't be saying that.
You know what I'm gonna say? It's happened to me. It's happened to me before. Can't say when. Happened to me before, and I was like, I just got this real weird feeling when I was doing a photo shoot, and I was like, no, like if people like do want a cup of tea, I'm like, no, I'll stay on. No, someone's like, do you want a cup of tea? And I was like, no, I just got a bad feeling at the start. I was like, I'm not taking a cup of tea, right?
I don't want your
So
cup
it's
of
all in
tea.
my head, right? But I was like, no, I'm not taking the cup of tea. And then the photo shoot went on for ages, and then we had to wait a bit, and I took
took the cup of tea.
and I
You thought
started
it was
thinking,
poison.
it's getting dizzy, and I was like, oh my god, at what point do you run out? I was like, Jeffrey Dahmer, I was like, what point do you run out?
Oh my god.
And then I was like, but that was all a hoax. That was all a hoax. I was fine here, obviously. Hi. I'm actually real.
So were you a wee bit paranoid that time?
So yeah, that I got that feeling, but yeah, I was
But you never
paranoid.
know, but there may have been, you may have felt some intention there.
Because you hear people being like, I got a feeling. Like, you do hear loads of people saying, like, when something bad's going to happen, they got a feeling. And I was like, what point did I run out? I don't think it was on that all day.
Maybe that was what I was going to say.
Yeah, probably.
I was like, oh no, run out. So there was another one which I thought was good. So we sort of touched on that. Can you hear from your own relatives?
I have done.
Have
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
You said your granny and stuff. Like, yeah.
Like I've had experiences over the years of just feeling her with me or dreaming of her, and then she'll tell me messages, or when I'm meditating and she'll come into the meditations and have a wee chat with me. Yeah.
Can you openly like ask? Can you openly ask like relative stuff?
You can put thoughts out to them if you want. My thought is for anybody that maybe is desperate, because obviously this could reach many people, and there might be somebody out there that's really in need of that communication themselves and thinking, wonder if I can talk to my mummy, myself, or my daddy, or whoever it might be. And my suggestion is learn meditation. It really is, because if you learn to just quieten yourself and you've just your eyes closed and there's no distractions, then you can actually say, you know, please come and let me know that you're with me, and just see what happens in the mind without trying to force or control it, and then have a wee chit chat. So you can do that no problem, but you have to learn a little bit to sort of still your mind. So it can take time.
There's been times I've seen you like I've recorded just doing like the meditations and stuff at the shows.
Yeah.
So see like the likes of like, would you say like the likes of symbol? Could you ask for people always ask for symbols? Do you think is that the best thing they ask for?
Like angel feathers, or do you mean?
Yeah, or like give me a sign or something. You
Yeah,
always say
no, you
people,
can ask for signs, but if you want to like have a direct connection with somebody, then learn meditation.
Yeah.
That's my advice to somebody. 100%.
I feel like
or
my
you can maybe even write like a letter to them.
Yeah.
And then so you can write, for instance, say your wee granda. I know you were more closer than your sister, all right, she got the message tonight, but you could write like, dear granda, and then write what you want to say to him, and just turn the page over or get a new page, and then you'll write your name. So it's like dear Michelle or whatever it is, and almost as if you're imagining your granda writing back. So that can be another form of channeling, and just see what comes through, and without trying to force it or control it. So that can be another wee exercise to give it a go.
I feel like my like ADHD brain couldn't. I'm so dyslexic. This is strong.
My ADBC
XYZ brain cannot like the meditation. Like I went to yoga before, and I was like, they were like, I started like think I was going to laugh then, and then I spent the whole time convincing myself not to laugh and biting the inside of my lip and actually listening to what they were telling me to do. I was like, oh, you're going to laugh in front of everybody here, don't. And I was going, do you know what I mean?
The more you're trying to hold it back.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, I was there like.
I remember being in a yoga class. I mean, I farted the whole time. It really was. We had to do these rollies backwards and forwards, and I was laying on the ground, and she says, like, just put your legs behind your head. And you have to roll into the position. So we were rolling, and every time I was coming down, I was going, and then so they just keep going now, every single day. And then at one point I just sat up, and she was just looking at me, and I went, it's just her. Yeah, I haven't been to yoga in a while.
It's actually sore yoga though.
I know.
Gabrielle has just passed her Pilates training.
Have you?
So
Yeah,
I
so she's a trainer
a
now.
Pilates teacher.
I was going to say people do a lot of Pilates.
Yeah,
like
I love Pilates.
She loves it.
Reformer Pilates teacher.
So what's the difference between Pilates? I actually like I've never done that. What is it? That's more ab work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like full body. Well, the reformer one that I do, it's like a weighted bed
Actually,
that you're on, so you're working with the weight of your body and the weight of the bed.
Yeah, I went to one of the classes to join in with her. I've only done one.
That's it. But I'm dragging her when I'm teaching.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to teach first for a while, and then in West Belfast.
She's from West Belfast.
Behind Poglass. So
They're opening
a new studio. It's
brand new.
Yeah, it's brand
And
new.
it's going to be because I want to do them.
Yes, it's going to be the Reformer Pilates.
Go to Gabrielle's classes.
So come to my classes. I'll be teaching every Monday.
and she a gig. Where?
Where? When? Who? What? Where?
We done a podcast last week, and all she kept saying, Sarah, she's from the turf.
Yes. So
that's where my whole family's from.
You're a liar.
I do not know them.
No?
From Turf Lodge?
Well, the Doyles as well.
On a road?
My granny and granda were the first people to live in Turf Lodge.
Not mine's with a second.
You're a liar.
No, that's up.
Seriously?
No, up Mona Road. That's yes, my
Norfolk Way, with the very first street.
yes, they're the second street. Our initials are D. What's yours? We're first.
Yes. So come. Yes.
Yes. So we can go on and follow Gabrielle.
So
then you'll see.
the studio. So is it your studio? Yeah.
No, not my studio.
No, it's-
Be teaching for other people who own the business, and then we'll see where the wind takes me.
Yes, exactly.
Exciting.
I know.
I like it. I love a new wee adventure.
I know.
Me and you, Connor, you'll go.
I would go.
Yeah.
But if it's so I'm walking
I'm
out.
gonna say.
And if I fart
Connor,
once, I'm walking out.
Exhale.
Yeah. You just be reading me going, he's definitely going to leave in a second. I can smell him. Yes, so that's all the questions done. So we're just going to touch on the book. So,
Yes.
and is there any dates coming up?
Any dates? Yes. If anybody wants any information on any of the event shows, just jump on the website, angeladunlop.co.uk.
You meet these two here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Easy
What's the
peasy.
crack with the book then? So the book,
Miracle of Mediumship. It's on my website and it's also on Amazon and it's on Kindle if anybody wants to download it or just purchase it. Yeah, but I'm in the
You're
middle of
writing
writing
your
it.
second one?
I'm writing my second one at the minute.
and can you purchase the book at the thing as well? Can't
At
you?
the
events,
events, yes.
yes.
Yes, that's right.
Is that your
Well done.
story? Is
Yes.
your story?
Yes, it's a good part of a story, and then there's loads of stories in it of people that I've done readings for, and they've kindly allowed me to write their story. So
And there was
it's
one
a
question
combination.
I had and I forgot to ask. What is your description of the afterlife?
Oh, that's a good question.
The description of the afterlife, honestly, I'll say it in one word: freedom.
Right. That's good.
Freedom.
You're going to roar? She's going to cry?
Do you know why? Because when somebody is suffering in so much pain, whether it's mental, emotional, because it doesn't have to be just physical, if they're going through, yes, severe illness, maybe disability, etc., as soon as they pass over, they experience freedom. And there is no pain whatsoever. None.
Yeah.
On any level. And they just go back to that complete purity in their own soul of pure love. And then they want to reach out and let us know that they still love us and give us the reassurance through safety, but not just that, then helping us with their life if we're going through mental, emotional, physical pain. So that's why.
Jesus crisps. That was the fuck. She's roaring and all. That was such an end to the podcast, wasn't it? She got me, I was like,
I'm clapping that.
That's my mama.
Gabrielle's going like, I hear us every day.
I know. This
No,
is
she's
wired
bored-
in my
she's
brain.
boring me now.
I think that too. I second that.
Exactly.
But yeah, here was great having you on. How'd you find it?
Thank you.
I loved it. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I thought we had
Yes.
great crack
So
and
did
it
I.
was really
I
lovely.
loved it. Even the start. I was like, it's cake.
I knew it would be easy. I said it's going to be really easy and
Yeah.
fun, and you were so nervous, and you
I
didn't
know.
need to be.
I'd be nervous every time.
Yeah, but it's good because it means then you care.
You care.
I know.
Exactly.
You know, if you haven't got nerves, you don't care.
You want them all to go well. Like that's why, like I like getting people on I think I can chat to. Because see, like if
Yeah.
I felt like it was going a bit like drier and like and we couldn't have
It'd
the
be
crack,
hard.
I would go really into. I'm a pretty shy person. Like I put on this persona that I'm like I can go nuts. But like if I know people I couldn't
But
talk
you're
You have
to.
to
really
be
good
comfortable.
interviewer.
Yeah, you are.
You know,
Thank
you,
you.
the questions from you are just flowing, like, and you're like on it. So, and that makes it easier then
Yeah.
for chit chatting.
But only fucked up when I started reading the questions. I can't read.
And the aesthetic business. That's why I went.
I did
What do you
this.
call him again?
Downstairs, I tried to say the aesthetic business. I think I can't.
But no, I thought it went really good, and I really enjoyed it.
Yes,
So
me too.
I hope you enjoyed it too. Did
Yes.
you enjoy it?
I loved it. Aye.
Did you? Good.
I loved it.
I don't know about you two, but I enjoyed it.
No, I really have. Even the start and all. My wee brain goes in overdrive. I'm like, which one's the short? Obviously, I don't know what's up. And loads of shorts are.
No, but it was nice and relaxed and comfortable
Yes.
and great setup, and it was really lovely to meet the rest of all your people too.
know.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it
And
listening
you
in.
had them all crying. Happy tears, but happy tears, but
Yeah.
I know. She cried anything. Her like she cries at other people's funerals about her like her lost one. I'm like, well, you can't go into that. You can't cry over somebody else's coffin over somebody died. Do you know what I mean? She
I don't
does.
know. Yeah, I think as women we're emotional, aren't we? Like,
Yeah.
more so than men. Not all men.
I
but
pretend I'm not emotional. I'm emotional wreck. I sitting up off my phone flicking. Get in the bath, have me cry. Get salt off.
exactly. You'll be getting one after we leave.
Salt everywhere.
Sage in the house.
Exactly.
But yes, it was class to have you on. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
No,
And
thank you.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Thanks everybody.